So welcome to this video from the Wessex Inspiration Network. Today we are talking about student finance. We know that student finance is a real big concern or issue when it comes to young people and parents and carers considering higher education. So we're really thankful today to have representatives from Kingston University who are going to talk to us about student finance. So this is a series of videos, so there'll be 5 videos in total. So I'm going to pass over to our representatives from Kingston University to introduce themselves.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Mark. I work at Kingston University. I work in the education liaison team, which is just a fancy name really for the outreach team. I design and deliver outreach activities, talks, workshops, that sort of thing with our local schools and colleges. So it's fantastic to have this opportunity to actually reach a little bit further, kind of outside that southeast bubble. And I actually grew up in the southwest, so it's kind of nice to engage with students who may be in a similar situation to what I was in, however long it was. I won't go into the numbers because that will make me feel old. So yes, we were going to be talking about student finance, but before we kind of go into the meat of student finance, I'd like to introduce Liam. So usually when we do our outreach activities, we invite along some student ambassadors to help us run the sessions, and because they're perfectly placed to give you a student's perspective of whatever it is that we're talking about. So Liam, thank you so much for joining us. Do you want to just say a little bit about yourself, please?
Yeah, sure. Hi guys. My name is Liam. I am a second year student at Kingston University. I'm studying a computer games programming course, and I also did a foundation year in the Kingston University system. So I've had quite a lot of experience with the university systems. And obviously, because of that foundation year, I've had to apply for student finance now for 3 years. So I'd say I'm quite well aware of how that one works.
Yeah, fantastic. So what will be happening is I'll mainly be leading the sessions, and then I'll get Liam to chip in every now and then to kind of complement what it is that I'm saying. So as was mentioned before, let me just share my screen. There are going to be 5 videos in this mini series, if you like, and this is the first video, but before I go into the detail of what each video will include, I have a little bit of a disclaimer. Now, don't worry, this is something that I say to everyone regarding student finance, whether it's students, whether it's teachers, whether it's career staff or parents or guardians. I always say this. So this presentation is not designed, is in no way designed to sell, advocate, endorse or promote the current system. That's not why I've been invited to talk to you today. So I'm not here to give you my personal opinion in that sense. I simply want to make sure, and your teachers and support staff want to make sure that everyone who's thinking about going to university, plus parents, plus guardians, because they will be interested in this as well, has a basic understanding of how student finance actually works. It can seem particularly complex and confusing, but I guarantee you, once you understand the basics, the rest follows. We don't have time, unfortunately, to go through the full eligibility criteria. That would be a whole separate recording. But what I will do is point you in the direction of the gov.uk website, which breaks down what the eligibility criteria is. And usually it's based on your residency status. But my advice to you, I realise due to this format, you can't click on that hyperlink there, but if you just kind of pause the video, scribble down that, or just Google Gov student finance, who qualifies, I'm sure it will come up. Please make sure that you read through that. And for the purposes of the next couple of videos, we will assume that you have read that and that you are eligible. Okay, so you ask my audience who this man is. My audience today consists of just Liam. So Liam, I'm going to ask you, do you know who that man is?
I can only assume he'd be some sort of governmental minister for education.
I mean, he does look like it.
He does.
He does look like
does.
it. So I can see where you're going with that one. It's actually Martin Lewis. He's the founder and chair of MoneySavingExpert.com. And the reason why I put him in my presentation today, 2 reasons. One, there's lots of information out there on student finance, but actually, if you were to ask me my personal opinion, Money Saving Expert is probably one of the best places to go. It is well written and it is clear, which is often not the case with a lot of government websites, I can tell you that, having read them myself. If you go to moneysavingexpert.com, click on the tab that says Students, all the information is there. But the second reason why I've picked on him today is he had a really great quote recently, which I've stolen. I'll just say I've stolen it. And it says, ignore everything that you've read in the papers, ignore the political spittle that fires across Parliament, and in some cases, ignore what your parents tell you to. There are more myths and misunderstandings about student finance than any other subject. And the reason why I say that is because there are probably a lot of people watching this video and this series of videos that will think, I do not have the first clue about student finance. If that's the case, you are not alone. I misunderstood student finance. Liam, what was it like kind of before uni, student finance?
I mean, when I was first in college, I didn't even think about going to uni. So student finance to me was just an alien concept. So I had to educate myself on it quite heavily when I was finally looking into going to uni. And just the fact that I didn't do school in England for too long. I was only doing school here for 2 years, or 3 years actually. It was just such a new thing to have to learn about. But there is a lot of information out there that can be misleading. But if you get the right sources, you can get the perfect information that you need, and you'll be well on your way to getting into university from there.
Exactly. Couldn't say it better myself. So if you are in that boat, you are confused, just know you're not alone. And like I said before, once you learn the basic facts, the rest kind of the building blocks after that fit in quite nicely. So like I said, very, very quickly, what we're going to actually look at, there's going to be 5 videos in this series. We are currently recording and you are viewing video 1, which is the introduction, who we are, what we're going to talk about. Video 2 is going to cover the cost of higher education in general. Video 3 is going to look at additional and non-repayable funding, because once you actually look at it, there are quite a few little pots of money, but you just need to be aware of them and whether you're eligible for them, and we'll talk about that more during that bit. Video 4, how repayments work, and the last one, I will be quizzing, I will be picking Liam's brain, asking him questions about student finance. So yes, we're going to tie this one up as video 1, and I look forward to seeing you again in video 2.